that is ready to go, but we have to get that access token I was mentioning. So under my where is it? Tools and support, we have the Graph API Explorer. Okay, so now first thing that we do once you get here is make sure that you are on the app you just created. So class project. So here we go. And now it says paste an existing token or get an existing token. So we want to get an existing token, and we have a couple of options, but we want the get access token. Now we need to actually give this thing permissions. And remember, like I said, these are all the things that we could allow our app to utilize, but we want to be as the least restrictive as possible. And there's actually here's the URL for the Pages API information, and it'll tell you what access tokens you actually need. And let's see, Pages, maybe it's right here, Pages API. So permission. Here we go. Access and permissions. So here it's saying that there's some good reading, worth your time reading, but essentially it's saying that you want manage pages and publish pages permissions for this app in order to get the information that you need. So if I go back to my Explorer, I need, let's see, publish. What did it say? It said publish and manage pages. Okay. Pages, pages, pages. I don't see anything on here. But if we go to extended permissions, publish pages, manage pages. Great. So get access token. Okay. So going back to the OAuth thing, clearly I need to fix that. Like I said, it was odd. It was the first time I saw that problem. So I am learning as I go, and honestly, Facebook will drive you a little bit nuts because they are always changing stuff. But I guess that's a good thing because it keeps you on your toes. I don't know about that. Sort of a pain in the butt when you got real life projects that are out there in the wild, and then one day they just stop working. So, okay. So now that I did that, now that I re-enabled that, let's give it a try. Access token, class project, get token. Now don't mess with me and do what you're supposed to do. Okay, submit a login review. Now let's that message I've seen before. All we need to do is get it working in the browser and we know we're good. So now that we have this access token, this Graph API Explorer tool allows us to actually test it working. And right now, right here, this is testing what we need, and it says me, but I'm working with Coca-Cola, so I would just take the name of the page that you're looking for and plug it right in here in the, you could take out all of this actually, and just put Coca-Cola. And now we're getting the Coca-Cola, we're getting Coca-Cola data. That is good. But as I mentioned in the video earlier, it's not sending us all the information anymore. It's actually filtering the information based on, well, by default, it's only giving us the name and the ID. And now we have to query specifically for the fields that we need. And the fields that we need are ID, cover, name, description, and website. And we could search those right in this tool. So I do right here, I'll go ID, great. I said cover, great. Oops, cover, perfect. name, description, just description, not HTML, because we'll do any kind of templating, and then the website. And when I go, so now you see that it added all these fields over here. It says and field equals this. If I do submit, awesome. So this is verifying that all of this works. It's worth noting that if you query all these different fields and something doesn't come up, like you query website but you don't end up with the website option, that just means it's non-existent, because I did check out some pages that didn't offer a description, and you're not sure if it's messed up or whatever. I guess it's not it's not the query, it's the page that just doesn't have that information. So okay, now we have everything we need to format our access token. I do want to do one more thing before I do this. I don't want to say format our access token, rather. One more thing to actually format the URL we're going to use for GetJSON to pull the data. This is a very temporary access token. And let me show you right here. I go to I, and then you see that it's going to expire. Actually, it's going to expire tonight at midnight. It's Friday, my time. It's Friday the 21st where I'm at. So it's going to expire today. But obviously, that's not going to help if I'm going to, try to have this live for a little while to be graded. So here in Open in Access Token Tool, when I click that, I get to this screen, and if you go to Extend Access Token, and now you got to pop in your Facebook password. Now it extended my token to October 20th, 2015. All right, so between these two pages, I have everything I need to format my query so I get all the data that I need. And here is the formula. You want the, I say page URL, but let's go graph page URL, just to be clear, plus this, let's zoom this in, plus question mark access token equals, plus then the extended access token, meaning what I just created over here, plus and fields equals, and the fields that we need to put together. So let me put together my URL in the browser over here, and I'll sort of deconstruct it from this example up here. So the graph page URL, I am looking for Coca-Cola. So we got the graph, facebook.com/Coca-Cola. And we know that this works because if I do www, this page is going to pop up live in the browser, but it's going to be graph. Okay, so that gets our graph page URL. We don't add plus signs. I just, this is just plus this. So we're gonna say it's question mark access token equals, and here we go. And now we need the access token. And here is our new long-lived access token. So I'm just going to copy it here and paste it. All right, so that's a whole lot of mess over there. And then we say plus, we have and field equals and the fields that you need. So actually I should probably put a plus there because this is not what, we're not going to enter it this way. So let's just grab the and fields equals. There we go. And if we go back to the API Explorer, you see and fields equals, it's already formatted it for us. So all we need to do is grab the fields that we're querying for, separated by commas. So I'm just going to paste it here, and there you have it. Now, will this work? Well, there's only one way to find out. We could copy this, and in a new browser tab, awesome. So that's what it takes to format it. It's a little disappointed that we had to, of the change to the Facebook Graph API, But walking through this example is actually very beneficial because anytime you're going to be working with other APIs out there, and APIs are like the holy grail of front-end web development, these are the kind of hoops you're going to have to run into because everybody wants to make sure you're authenticated and they can monitor what you're doing, both for malicious activity and obviously for usage information, so they know how it's being utilized by the community. So anyway, this URL will now replace in the videos just the regular old vanilla URL that didn't have any of this in the rest of the videos that is going to produce this error.